Alright, so I am just gonna start out in saying I feel like music is one of the greatest tools that not even a tool, but like I guess you can describe it as that, but this is one of the greatest things in life for me because it helps teach me things. I channel a lot of songs, even like on a daily basis. When I say channeling, I know some people are like, oh, it's evil. It's really just something coming to your head. It's no different. I just like to use the word channeling. All right, so everybody relax. I was sitting here like, because first off, I haven't listened to anything except for the Clipse album since it came out, which I will talk about because, man, I was blessed. We were all blessed. I was sitting here with my journal once again, just writing some things, and then I flipped to a page and the song just started playing in my head while I had By the Grace of God blasting is Book of Rhymes by Nas. It's off the Godson album. Yo, when that came out, I think I was around 10, turning 11. That's great, man. It was like one of my favorite albums. Like I was going through a lot around that age. So me and my brother, every day we woke up, and if we weren't turning on the TV to watch music videos getting ready, we were playing this album. And yeah, so this I feel like an emotional connection to this album. That obviously gave me the idea, because if you listen, hopefully this doesn't get copyrighted, but I just want you to hear the first couple of seconds because this is the idea that I have, except I'm not gonna rap. I'm just gonna read out of my journals.
Alchemist, you know me, man, I hear the track. You know what I'm saying? Word, I want to bring a couple of books to the studio today, man. I'm writing these shits, so what's in these shits, man? Probably a bunch of bullshit. I trust you when I can't trust me.
So, I just gotta chill. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. It's probably gonna be a series of videos where, once again, I'll link it below. You can get yourself a little journal. It says no. I have a bunch of other journals from like years and years ago. I even have one of my brothers, but I'm not gonna read anything of his unless he lets me. I was sitting here just looking. I was like, I don't remember. I write the date and the time for the most part anytime I write in my journal, and so I can kind of remember what was going on around that time. But also I usually write if I was reading or listening to something, and the page I went to didn't say that I was listening to anything, so I was like, okay, well, maybe this was the stuff that was on my mind that I needed to like put on paper. And I think it kind of applies to me right now. You know, this was from December 28th of last year. And there's just bullet points, and I'm gonna just read a couple of them. Sorry, sometimes I be laughing at the stuff that I write, like, yo, are you good? I'll read a few of the bullet points, and one of them, the very last one actually, says going against your gut / intuition equals a no-no. But yeah, and I feel like I still, for the most part, I do not do that. But anytime I can feel myself, like any kind of resistance, or I feel something in my gut, or I'm being led a certain way, but like Tejas is like, oh, I don't want to do it. I'm gonna distract myself and I'm gonna work on something else. And yeah, so it's something that doesn't happen often, but I'm aware that it's still in there, and there's still some things I need to work out and consistently be in flow and not be resisting things just because I don't want to talk or put my face or business on the internet, even though for years Spirit's been like, hey, go ahead and do that. And so me even posting videos right now, I've been resisting and refusing to do it for years. So yeah. Hello. Love exercises the demons / evil out of people, which leads to the next point of you're either the wrong one, so they clear the fuck out and get on where they need to be, or you're the right one, and they come to the light, which is they're recognizing your light, and they want to stay and watch and kind of learn from you, and sometimes that can lead to their own awakening, and you're just a spark to it. But you just being yourself pretty much attracts what you need. But if you're not being yourself, or you're resisting doing stuff, then you attract other people that are also doing that, and or people to help assist you to keep resisting. Yeah, but with the other with the previous point, if you're the wrong one and they clear out people, you feel people are like falling off of you or just disappearing, like that's honestly always a good thing, even if we're not viewing that and with our human eyes and how and all of our feelings and emotions, like, oh, why did they ghost me, or what did happen to them? Like, a lot of people don't realize that, like, we should really be paying attention to nature and the animals, because it'll easily teach us these lessons, like snakes shedding their skin and leaves falling off and then regrowing. I mean, the place I take my walk, there was a fire, I don't know, like, oh yeah, it's been about 2 years now, almost 2 years. But the trees, some of them are still charred and burnt up. I think they look cool. But some of those that were like halfway burned and stuff, they're growing green on them again. And yeah, so I take those as like life lessons, even if it's just subtle. But it helps me at least to accept things, because I'm like, okay, well, that's what happens in nature. Just naturally things fall off, people grow, all that kind of stuff. You shed, old perspectives and ideas and beliefs and, habits and things like that. So I do think being out in nature, if you're just silent or listening to something that gets you in the head space and emotional space that you need to be, like, you just are paying attention and just being, yeah, that type of stuff will change your life. I'm just saying, it could if you allow it to. My bad. I will just read the next couple ones just to end this. But the people creating conflict to get your attention, they want to get your attention and feed off the negativity in your emotions. And then that's why I laughed when earlier, because it says starve them, but I was like, I made that super dark. But for real, starve them. People a lot of times will be around you or attach themselves to you, and you be feeling drained and all kinds of stuff, or you're always arguing with them, or they always got a problem. Like, that's how they like charge themselves up. That's how they're like literally feeding off that interaction. We are mirrors. What are you reflecting? Love, hate? Is that what you want? And there's a bunch of question marks. Yeah, I was like, was that directed to me at the time? What was I going through? That's a lesson in itself. Like, we're all reflections of each other, which is one thing that you'll probably repeatedly hear me say if you continue to watch my videos, is that we mirror each other in a lot of ways. And when someone is recognizing like the light in you and giving you a compliment, or you're doing that to them, it's because you're just recognizing it outside of yourself. But you can only recognize that because you have it inside too. So when you're around people and you're thinking like, oh, they're so great, or they're so smart, like, you're speaking those things about yourself, even if you're unaware of it and don't think and feel that way about yourself. So yeah, I'll end it right there, because that's a subject I could just talk about forever. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.